So here's a 3-minute video on how to do animation. We have our background here, and now we want to load, file, scripts, load files into stacks. Here I'm going to browse, and remember I saved all of my pictures in the same folder, so that's going to make this a lot easier to load, and click OK. That's going to take just a minute for all these scripts to load in the files. The next thing I want to do is I want to go to Window, and under the workspace I want to choose Motion, because we're going to want to make this animated. Let me make sure all of these load. Now here is the really tricky part. We have to make sure we get just right. Down here at the bottom, I need to make sure I'm under Create Frame Animation. And here's the tricky part. I have to double click that. And then I have my first image over here. Now I need to select all of my other images. I can select the top image, hold the Shift key, select the bottom one, and then to load these, I'm going to click the flyout menu right here in the top right corner, and I'm going to choose Make Frames from Layers. So remember, if you don't see that Make Frames from Layer, it's because you forgot to double click on the icon there in the middle. And again, I can use my Shift key and select all of these. At the bottom, I can click down and I can set my delay. I can change my looping for 2 times, 3 times, whatever. I can press play to look at my animation. If I want to, I can reorder my animation. If there's one I want to delete, I could click on it and do delete. When I'm finished and I'm ready to export it, we're going to go to File, Export, Save for Web, and we're going to want to make this an animated GIF. Here we could or could not add transparency. We could also, remember, GIF only does 128 colors. Down here at the bottom, I've got my looping options. So here I could change it if I wanted to. I could click a little preview button over here to do a preview. It's previewing on my other screen. Okay, so that's a little preview before I actually render that all together. And then I can click Save. And remember, you want to go back and save this in the same folder where you had your original ones saved. Okay, so in my case, I saved it maybe in Human Animation, and I can call that like Zebra Colors and save, and by default it will be an animated GIF, and then I can go to my folder and see the animation. So that's how to animate an animated GIF using Photoshop in less than 3.5 minutes.